Nick here, RC Customs. Today we're going to have a look at a product from XRX, Techstorm mini drift car. So without further ado, let's get this unboxed and start putting it together. I'm not going to lie, this was not an easy build, just because of the pure size of it. I mean, I don't have the smallest fingers in the world. The hardest job were actually these little steering arms, because they're quite a small size, but other than that, they went together very well. Very impressed with the quality of it. As you can see, it's got normal working shocks as you'd expect in any car. Lots of carbon throughout the car. Very good steering lock for the size of this thing. Actually better than some intense scale drift cars off the shelf. We had to cut down the servo horn just to stop it hitting the upper deck. Very easy to get to the spur gear. It's just one bolt, comes off. However, I don't think you'd probably strip too many gears on this just because of the size of it. Alloy wheels, which we're not with the kit, they're extra, but there's a few different types you can choose from. See the servos in there, it's in a nice little small servo. There's one thing we did find putting this together, and that was as you can see, the actual back shock tower is actually bent. Now it's actually, in the manual it says to put these countersunk screws in, and so of course when you put them in they start to try to drive into the hole, which actually started to bend this rear tower. I'd recommend that they possibly go to a thicker tower, maybe sort of twice the thickness. It's not going to add a lot of weight, but as you can see, it's pretty badly bent, and that was very little pressure on it. I've been pretty careful putting most of these screws in. The front's fine because it's only a short little piece. It's actually got more meat around it than the back does as well. But overall, we're very impressed with the quality of this car. So we've got some of the electrics for it. We picked up an atomic sensored ESC for it. As you can see, it's a very small speed controller. It's by far the smallest sensored ESC I've ever seen. Comes pre-soldered with the wires on it, which is nice to see. And then for the motor, we've also picked up an atomic 5500 kV sensored motor. Just amazing quality considering the size of it. One thing we did notice is how small the sensor cables are. Yeah, very, very small. It'll be quite fun to install and try not to snap the wires. Lucky I got a few of them just to be safe. And then finally we also picked up the programming card as well. Looks a lot like a Hobby Wing programming card. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same, but they look identical. And we've also picked up a few different bodies for it. So first up, if you guys have seen Cars, the movie, Hudson Hornet from it. Very long car. We're going to need the adjustable wheelbase chassis, which you can also buy as an optional extra to make this one fit. And for you Australian guys, you'll know GTHO Falcon and A9X Tirana. We picked these up from a local slot car store. Well, it wasn't local, it was an Australian slot car store that we found. Obviously those three wheelbases are a little bit off, they're not quite going to fit. But we've also got a Mark 1 Escort, which this is actually going to fit perfectly. We'll link in the description below if you guys want to pick these up. They've got a huge range of bodies. They're all done to scale, so they're not all a set wheelbase. So some may fit, some won't. Like I said, the Escort fits pretty much spot on. So we're just waiting on the receiver now to arrive. But we do, with the kit, you do also get the gyro, which is a very nice alloy case gyro. Once again, everything's nice and small. So yeah, we're just waiting on the micro receiver, and then we're going to solid wire everything we're not going to worry about the plugs other than the one for the battery, just to keep it all nice and compact. So keep an eye out for the next video. We're hoping sort of the next month or so we're going to have stuff arrive. Everything's very slow at the moment in post. So just keep an eye out for the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and till the next video, have a good one.